today I tried making another video for a Power Mac G5 that I have that turned out came without a hard drive.
I may or may not have clothes on.
Price was right, it was free, so I'm not complaining. I just had to order one that actually works with it. Long story short, tried putting one in, it was a little too modern, would not read the thing. As much as I don't want to put out another video about another one of these G4 iMacs, I felt that this would be probably the most doable thing just in the moment. So I got this G4 iMac for about $74 from a guy who lived in a super awesome house. I left all the games and stuff in the box. There's some software, games, operating system. Who knows what other exciting things are in here, but we'll find out together. So I'm going to start with the big ticket items. This is so awesome. Myst for Mac. I used to play when I was a kid and I was terrible at it. So we've got Myst, and just in case you really like Myst, we've got the 10th anniversary DVD edition. It has a wonderful little gatefold on the front. So we've got that. Riven, the sequel to Myst. We've got Starship Titanic. It's just a new adventure game from Douglas Adams. We have a very empty box for the Body Voyage. I imagine this is kind of like the adult version of Magic's School Bus Explores the Body. Adobe Photoshop Elements 2.0. Up next, we've got a still sealed copy of Microsoft TrueType Master Set. You don't know Jack, XXL. So for this one, we're going to test it out first before we do the cleaning, because if I manage to break a solder joint or a little tiny cable or something while we're cleaning it, at least we've seen it run. Get rid of this phone cord. So one thing of note, this keyboard has a little decal on it that says screen. So here we go. First boot of the 17-inch iMac, bought from the architect/doctor. There's that lovely chime. And we have life! Just for interest's sake, I'm sitting on a plastic shelf right now that absolutely hates it. There you go. Very nice, very nice. Looks like it's trying, it's just struggling. Hey, there we go. All right. I had a feeling that that cord was just poor. Okay, so we're gonna start with the keyboard. This one, as you can tell, has a lot of built-up grime underneath. It has a sticker, and the keys are severely dirty and yellowed. What we're going to do is pull all the keys off, pull the keyboard apart, and we're going to try and pull all the dirt that has somehow slipped inside this keyboard. So we'll start with the handy dandy key puller and just start pulling them one at a time. So as you can see, this keyboard is filled with orange Cheeto dust and other dirt of other sorts. Like if you had mashed a bunch of dust into a watery paste and then placed it on the keys. So there's quite a bit of sped up footage here. I'm not going to talk through all of it because that would be tedious, but I will drop in once in a while with a tasty nugget of wisdom. Speaking of nuggets and wisdom, you should never put a $50 bill in a slot machine. Fun fact about me, if I ever won the lottery, I'd stop going to the bathroom. Shout out to the royalty-free jazz artists that put together this wonderful background track. So this thing was actually extremely dusty inside. When I first cracked it open, it was hard to see, but there was a ton of dust. And the kind of dust that forms dense objects, you know, like long tubes of it that you can pull out. And at this point, just putting the screws back inside to hold on to the optical drive with the hard drive mounted on top of it. And just cleaning things up. So this was an interesting little thing. It looked like some sort of card that would let this thing run on a Hong Kong telecom network. So here we are removing old thermal paste. You got to go through quite a few Q-tips because they get dirty fast. We're using 99% isopropyl alcohol here. This stuff is excellent for cleaning and it evaporates almost immediately. So fresh thermal paste going on. Put the radiator back on. And a little more thermal paste up on that post there, which is kind of unusual for a computer. Most of them don't require this sort of thing, especially on a mount. I'm just noticing now I didn't clean the other side of the mount. Oh well. And screws go back in. The RAM that I forgot to put in goes back inside. Now the screws go back in again. And we will slide that airport card in there. Some juicy Wi-Fi coming up. A little bit of RAM. Now it's time to clean the exterior, which was also quite dirty. A lot of dark spots on it. Nothing a little ISO couldn't handle. Now I'm saying, look at this big dirt spot right there. Boom. Open up that disc tray. Boom. Rubbing the pen marks off the side of the disc tray. Boom. 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 Oh my god. Boom. We are on the home stretch now. Just sort of cleaning off the front of this monitor. This was, I mean, putting it lightly, this was a bitch. I had a good time and I learned quite a bit, but as you may or may not be able to tell, we started this project when it was daytime out and it is now nighttime. As a quick recap, we did a full restoration, almost. As you call it, like restoration light of the keyboard. We didn't do any retro bright because it's still pretty much winter here. And that is something we will save for the summertime because you do need that hot heat and UV light. Sucked all the dust out of it, went all the way up to where the fan is, blew the dust through the fan into the vacuum. Then we found some kind of weird sort of like Ethernet card that certifies this machine to read telecom networks in Hong Kong. And then we pulled off the heatsink, cleaned away all the thermal paste, put some fresh thermal paste on there. Put it back together, put the RAM back in. One common theme on this iMac, there was a lot of orange dust inside the keyboard. There was orange gunk on the exterior. Someone must have been getting real like wild with a bag of Cheetos while they were using this thing. But you could never tell looking at it now. Let's see if it turns on. Oh, baby! Looks good. Looking pretty, pretty, pretty. Alright folks, well that's it for me. This is my official first full teardown, clean out, thermal repasting. So I guess we're going to call it a night for everyone watching. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, as it would help me greatly when I talk to my friends. Stay safe. This stuff will end. We'll get through this together. Quarantine or not, you do you, and Scooby-Doo can do. I'm Canadian Computer Collector, signing off. Thank you very much. Have a good night.